else to do because I have a huge catalog. Like 4 hours of original music. So I'm going to try to squeeze that into 40 minutes by doing the hits. I put that in quotes because hits don't exist anymore, but you know what I mean. This song's my song called Flying. Just It's for the sky. There's no levels. There's no levels. But there's something in this so what? My fight is if I My fight is if I grow together in this boxing sunset. Salvation But yeah, I've been writing music on the guitar for about 13 years now, so I have a lot of songs.
I don't know.
My goal is Stevie Wonder, that I do 5-hour shows with a 45-minute intermission. And you just lose track of time, and then like at the end of 5 hours, you're still mad because he didn't play I Wish. You know, he still missed one song after 5 hours. That's my goal.
Sunday, that's Saturday, she's been on that last call,
except that I am alone. And I will try to fly, but I will fall back to earth. Thanks so much. So those are songs off my album, Evolution of Joy. I'm going to play you guys some songs off an album I just came out with this past January. This album's called The Love Anthology.
Mr. 183.
You know, I peeped the data, and I think New York City's been listening to The Love Anthology. So I'm gonna play a couple of songs off there. This song's called The Struts.
Coming back.
is that all I want is to hit these skies. The iron sun is that.
This was. You have a Roddy Hyder with drums.
Song off the new album, but I think I'm just gonna do some Texas blues.
I don't even know what that smell is.
What's my name?
It's still say it at the end again, but I forgot to read it.
So we got Rodney Hyder on the drums. My name's Jackie Venson. I'm from Austin, Texas, and it's so good to see you guys.
Jackie?
Jackie Vance, I think you said.
Jackie
I got
Van?
merch for sale over there, and I'm going to be standing over there and talking to anyone who wants to talk to me. So, I'm going to play you guys one more song. This song is called Make Me Feel.
Jackie Venson. Thank you very much. Great
Jackie
song.
Venson.
Jackie Venson.
Jackie Venson.
All right, we are almost to the end of our 26th season of the New York Guitar Festival. On behalf of the festival's founder, David Spellman, and myself, I'd like to thank the Augustine Foundation for their continued support of the festival. So, obviously, last year was our 25th anniversary. It was kind of a big deal. And one of the most memorable performances that we had last year came from Louis Kato, who has, as you may know, a pretty interesting day job. His day job is a late night job with The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, leading the house band. But he does occasionally come out solo. He's got several records to his credit and a recent single that he'll be playing for you tonight, which continues with our blues theme. Please welcome to the stage here at Bryant Park, Louis Kato. Good to see you again, Louis.
Good to see you, John.
So, you play so many types of music, you play so many instruments. Guitar, as with Jackie, was not your first instrument,
Correct,
right?
correct. I started on drums.
And when did you pick up the guitar?
I picked up the guitar sort of when I was 8 years old. My dad brought home a yard sale guitar that had 4 strings on it of the 6 that were supposed to be there. And that limitation just was the beginning of a love affair, I guess.
All right. And all the other instruments came later, the trombone and the...
Next was bass, and then was trombone, tuba, euphonium, trumpet.
Yeah.
I made my way around.
No, I don't know. It seems inconceivable to me, but you do it somehow. Tell us about this particular guitar, though.
Oh, this is actually, that's interesting. This is my first time playing this guitar in public. It was a gift from one of my favorite and most influential guitarists, Pat Metheny.
Yeah.
Give it up for Pat Metheny.
Hey, his name's right there.
His name's right there. Signature model, and we used to do some jamming together at his house. Whenever we had the schedules aligned, and he was really kind to gift me this guy, and it's my first time taking it out into the wild.
All right. Now, your own recordings span kind of the spectrum of American popular music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jazz, R&B, soul, pop, rock. But the blues is kind of the connecting thread of all that, isn't it?
I would say yes. I would say it. Blues and its close ties to gospel.
Yeah.
I think I came up through the lens of gospel. That was my exposure, and then through that pathway, I found the blues, and it turns out they're all very deeply connected.
And the most recent song that you issued is a blues,
It is literally entitled Black Man Blues.
which came out on Juneteenth.
That's right.
And
That's right.
on your Instagram page, you refer to it as a reclamation.
Yes.
A reclamation of what?
Of my voice. Of my voice. I think there's a lot of things that in the part of my experience that is growing up in this country as a black man, there are a lot of things that are very particular to that you have to learn in order to survive, and that my parents and their parents passed on to them and shared with them in order for them to survive. And in Black Man Blues is sort of an exploration of how those things that were passed down to protect us are also sort of limiting, because they really shouldn't have to be, but they were because of the world that we live in. And so it's a reclamation of the parts of my voice that were tampered to survive thus far.
So a lot of the same things that parents will tell their, especially teenage sons.
Yes, absolutely.
In the talk, and you can hear the
Yes.
capital T in talk.
Yes.
those things are also constraints. And
Absolutely. It affects the way that, like, as soon as you walk out the door in public, your whole life. When you're driving, especially, there's certain reactions that come up just viscerally when I see lights behind, because it's, it's specific to that part of our experience, and that comes at a cost.
Yeah. Was that a hard song to write? I'll take that as a yes.
Yes. I wanted to be honest, but yes. In some ways, yes, and in other ways, once I've found the connection and allowed the emotion to be, then no.
Yeah. All right, well, that's just one song in your set. When you have such a broad spectrum to choose from, how did you construct tonight's set?
I kind of looked, I saw that Jackie Venson was playing, my old friend. Give it up one time for Jackie. Epic.
Oh, back up.
We featured her on the Late Show some years back. We were just talking backstage about this performance that we did with Mac Miller, rest in peace, before he passed. But I saw that she was performing, and I kind of have a sense of what that energy is, so I sort of, and then I knew there was a bit of a blues theme,
Right.
and so energetically, I tried to tailor tonight's set in a way that would be a nice piece of this puzzle.
Okay. A little exclamation point at the end of a night-long sentence.
Some sort of punctuation point.
Okay. All right. Well, let's hear what Lewis has concocted for us to conclude the 26th season of the New York Guitar Festival. Lewis Kato.
How y'all doing? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Forget about everything I thought I knew of love. It's all obsolete. 'Cause to look into someone else's eyes and find that it's yours that you see redefines complete. Is it alright if I turn this guitar down a little bit? It's to look into someone else's eyes and find that it's yours that you see redefines complete. Can I get a little more of this vocal in the monitors? We're just doing sound check in the process. Need a little more volume on this pedal, please. It's off too. Can I get a little more volume on the pedal? Not the guitar, the pedal. It's unreal how when we move together. So when we move together. And you and me, we move together. So when we move together. Since each other do whatever we feel. And when we move together, since each other do whatever, it's unreal. When we move together, since each other do whatever we feel. And we move together, since each other do whatever. Thank you. Still can't hear this pedal. Got the volume on 10. We figured it out. Oh, thank you so much for your patience and encouragement. Oh, bless you. I feel that. Gonna do another one. And then we'll go back and forth. From the time we started, I knew we had something. Long long before I let you in, you looked right through me. Had so much to say, with so much time to say it. Skipped ahead in a lot of ways, speaking freely, back and forth. Back and forth. Well, the good, so good, and the bad, that bad. When I look at everything we have, make a list of all the cons and the pros, and it ain't even close. That's just how love goes. The way you spring it, it's all he said, she said. Everything we remember, everything we forget. All part of the rhyme, part of the storytelling, one page at a time. Every line has meaning, one day at a time. I fall in more deeply, just so much to say. Hey, don't always have to play to win. Just another day, yeah. Back and forth and back again.
Guys, thanks for coming to watch.
Thank you.
And we'll cut it off here.
I think I want to stand up.